morning. Today is Thursday. It's the processing day for the meat chickens. It's not a great day. We don't enjoy getting rid of the chickens or killing them off or anything like that, but it is a natural process, and it's something that we do because we need to eat, and that's what the purpose is. That's the thing that we do. They've had a really good life. Today's going to be their worst day. So that'll be later this afternoon. I probably won't show anything that we do with that. Maybe the setup, but that'll be about it. Got to get the girls out. Let them out. Last night I came in and I went to put everybody away. Everybody was inside the coop, including including the turkeys. So I don't get it. And then, of course, I see one lone chicken over in the turkey. We're in the turkey pen. I don't get it. She must think she's a turkey. So we'll get started here. Get things opened up. Got some leftovers again. I'll go ahead and take you up. That's this way. Why we'll go. Got some leftovers again. They will get it. The meat chickens are hungry, but we don't want them to eat simply because of the processing, and that will just mess things up. So we'll spread around a little bit of the feed. This is the zucchini, folks. My wife loves them. I can't stand them. This is some macaroni and cheese that my granddaughter tried to make. That didn't work out well either. But the noodles and cheese can be eaten by the chickens, so we'll do that. Give everybody a little bit of grain this morning. Pile right there for the turkey. I'm going to go ahead and let the chicken out of here. Man! Everybody. How is everybody this morning? Everybody good? Huh? Warmer in the coop than it is outside. It's only about 52 degrees this morning. I'm going to give the meat chickens a little bit of water, and that won't interrupt the process. Alright, I'll be right back. As you can see, the turkeys are coming out now. think I'll open the fence up for the turkeys so they can get back and forth. Here I've got the fence opened up so that they choose to go back in there. They can basically do what they want. They're getting to the point where I think they can fly over. And yes, turkeys do fly, believe it or not. Contrary to what WKRP in Cincinnati said, turkeys do fly, but only for short distances. Some of the chickens you see are eating the turkey food, will not hurt them. Gave them a boost of protein this morning. Gonna have to buy some more of the layer pellets, but the extra protein is great for them. They enjoy it. We're still running as far as the power dam is concerned. Let's take a look at the river. I just made an adjustment to it, to my set point, so that things are running a little bit more. We're running a little bit of water. It's looking a whole lot better than it did. We're not generating a lot of power, but just enough to call it generating power. We do sell some of our meat birds or meat as we process. The turkeys are all going to be sold, probably except one. The turkeys were actually an experiment that we did this year. We didn't know, I didn't know how it'd go over. But they're pretty docile. They're pretty easy to take care of. So maybe we'll increase that next year. I have one turkey that is spoken for. I have two that are probabilities. So I will have a couple left over. And we'll see. Maybe by Thanksgiving people will start talking about it, and we'll see how that goes. But so far so good. Another view of the river this morning. I think we'll stroll over to the falls. It's been a little bit since I walked up that way, so I think we should just walk the river a little bit. It is Thursday. Thursday is generally a slower day. We don't do many reports. We still do our average routines, but we don't do the daily stuff. With the rains in the last couple of days, things are still a little bit wet, still a little slippery, so we're going to be careful on getting on the rocks and stuff today. go up this way a little bit more. We're going to walk up to the swimming hole, take a look there, make sure everything is where it's supposed to be and how it's supposed to be. As you see, there's a pile of branches there that have to be cleared up yet. We're kind of letting that go. This area in here was all trees. We cut it back simply because we put a telephone pole in, and we don't want the trees falling over on top of that, so I cut it all back as far as I could. This is the area that I was thinking about putting in the pigs. So we'll see, maybe. Now I'm thinking sheep, because sheep will shear that right down to nothing to keep it sheared down, and it'll be a fairly safe spot for them. You can see the river as we go down through the foam that's come off the rapids. This area we're walking up is where the penstock actually comes down through. We don't generally like to drive on it, but occasionally I run the tractor up and down through here to clear brush, move stuff around, just to keep it down. I do weed whack it to keep the growth out of there. We are transitioning into fall. Today is September 1st, so it is now officially starting to change. We have some yellows up there on some trees, and some of the leaves are changing. Things are progressing towards fall. We usually have really beautiful fall colors, but I don't know this year because it's been so dry. So we'll see. Right now the 10-day forecast doesn't give you much hope for any extra water. So we're trying to run as much as we can with what we've got to run with. Here we are after the swimming hole. You can see that ledge over there. Spot right here is where they jump off into that, to where the white water is. They want to hit that exactly where it needs to go. That's if you go any farther below that or downstream from that, you can hit a boulder. Looks to be intact. Step down this way a little bit. We'll go downstream just a touch. You can kind of see if I can zoom in a little bit. See where that water is coming down the other side over there? It actually wraps around this little bit of an island that's right there where the high banks are. The stream runs right around that. Kind of pools back into there in that little location, then goes back into the river. The river then all feeds down through the little crevice down through there, and that's really like a chasm there. It's It's a little deeper right there, but it's a lot of water. Alright, let's walk up to the intake. Let's check on the progress of the butterfly habitat and the garden here. Lots of new growth in there since I tilled. This has all been tilled. This whole thing is freshly tilled through here. When we planted the seed, we tilled it up. We got a nice loose cover over it. We then put on the seed on top of the loose soil and then covered it with a little bit of mulch, so compost, and things are growing. I don't know if they're it's as great as I wanted it to grow, but it's doing fine. It gives it a good start this year, and then probably next year we'll see more development on that. See more of the grasses come up. We're really looking for the milkweed to come up. We've got several spots of several spots for flowers to grow, and we want those to grow too. We want it to be a pollinator garden as well. So we'll see how that goes. You can see from our vantage point here, you're looking right at the top of the water. If you can, as you notice right over there, we got a little bit coming over the top of the spillway, and that's pretty much, or on top of the flashboards, as well as back towards the intake facility right there. That's a little bit, just a fuzz higher than we really want it to be. We'll give it a chance to settle down a little bit. Maybe it'll go away. But that little bit of skimming won't hurt anything. It's not going to make that much difference in our power output. Plus, it helps to keep the racks cleaner. As the leaves start to fall, they come floating down the river, and that kind of skims the top of it. That lets most of the debris flow downstream. Get up a little closer here. This area here that you see where all the loose stone is, when we opened the penstock the other day and ran the water, you can see the erosion that caused from that tube. That's a constant thing I deal with every year. I put more dirt on it. I put rocks in it. I'm still working on it. I'm going to be working with the soil and water conservation guys, and we'll figure out a plan for that. A tall plant right there in the middle, right there, is called Mullins. It's a very soft bristle on the leaf. The Indians used that as toilet paper. It also has supposed medicinal purposes. If you can use it as a decongestant, you can make a tea out of it. They say you can even smoke it, and they take the bronchitis right away. Have not tried that. Don't know. I've got some that I've tried just to make the tea, and we'll see how that goes. Someday, maybe. Right in embankment. The highway is just above the sign you can see the back side of. As you're looking at the river, coming down the river towards the dam, everything is oriented towards coming downstream. So what we would think of looking upstream as left and right is actually backwards. You look upstream, across those barrels is where the river actually comes in through to a point right there. There's rapids prior to that, so we get lots of oxygen in the water. It's really turned up really well. So this is a very good spot for fish habitat. We get a lot of bullheads. There's some rock bass. I have reports that somebody caught a northern pike in here upstream, but I don't know. I'd have to see that to verify that, because I've never heard anybody say anything like that. So, walk here out here to the edge. This is our tail range, or our bypass range. This will be a plunge pool for